cooking, but I don't know much about it. And whenever I enter the kitchen, my mother sends me right back out. Because whenever I try a dish from a book, it turns out bad. This is a quote from actor Soundaria, and I hope that it doesn't also apply to you. But if it does, hopefully today I will rectify that and teach you how to make some delicious brownies. So, today I'd like to teach you how to cook brownies, including the materials needed, the procedures, and different ways you can make your brownies entirely unique. First off, the materials. Well, for the type of brownies we're making today, Duncan Hines Chewy Fudge Brownies, you need 2 large eggs, half a cup of vegetable oil, and a 1/4 cup of water. You also need the brownie mix from the box, a greased pan, and a bowl and spoon to mix it all up in. So, first step of the procedure is setting the oven to preheat at 350 degrees, which we've already done. So, next, you have to empty all of your ingredients into the bowl. First, you add your eggs. Actually, it really doesn't matter what order you add them in. Then you add your oil. And the water goes next. And finally, your mix. Make sure you get as much as possible in. And you usually probably want to have scissors to open the bag, because this is a fail. Okay. Once you have all of your ingredients added into the bowl, you have to begin to stir. And when you're stirring, you want to make sure that there are no bumps at all in your finished solution, because then after you cook them, you'll bite into your brownie and you'll get lumps of uncooked powder, and that won't taste good, and it'll scare your friends who eat your brownies. So after your mix and all your ingredients are properly all stirred well together, you have to make sure you grease the pan with butter or non-stick cooking oil like we have here, lovely Meyer brand. And you have to make sure you shake it up well if you're using a spray. Then you hold it away from your pan, good distance away. Make sure the entire pan is covered, or else your brownies will stick, and then you have to use a knife to keep them out. That's bad. That usually means that you have burned your brownies, and people won't want to eat them. Okay, so then you take your batter and take the spoon you stirred with, and put the batter into the pan. And you want to make sure you get as much out of the bowl as possible, so that you get as much brownie as possible. And you want to make sure that they're spread out nice and even in the pan when you get all the batter in there. Because if not, you'll have really uneven, lumpy brownies, and they just won't look pretty, and then people won't want to eat them. Because people tend to want to eat food that looks nice. Which is also why you don't want them burnt, because people don't usually like charred food. So you get all the mix up, possibly can. Scrape the edges of the bowl nice and good. Then you spread it out. I probably used way too much spray, but oh well. Okay. Your brownies should look a little something like this at this point. And then you take your brownie in the pan to the oven, which you should have preheated for 150 degrees. You probably want to use hot pads at this point, but I didn't, because I forgot. And then you want to set the timer to cook for 40 to 44 minutes in our case, although it really depends on what kind of pan you're using. So you set your beautiful timer. Okay, so after your brownies are pulled out of the oven after the time, one way you can test to see if they're done is by taking a fork and just sticking it inside. And if they come out with lots of really gooey stuff, your brownies probably aren't done yet, and they're going to taste disgusting. But the fork's pretty clean, like this one is, so that means your brownies are probably done. So, your brownies are cooked. Now, third, I'd like to talk about how you can personalize your brownies and make them unique. Some people like nuts cooked inside their brownies, for instance. Some people like to put caramel in their brownies. Some people like to melt marshmallows and put them on top of the brownies. Tastes pretty good, actually. Some people like candy, like gummy worms, or chocolate chips, for instance. M&M's also taste very good. Some Some people even like fresh fruit on top of their brownies, which makes them think they're being healthy when they're not. And also you can take frosting and sprinkles and put them on top of your brownies. Kind of makes it taste a little bit like a cake. So, today I hope I taught you how to successfully cook brownies by discussing the materials needed, the procedures, and the different ways you can personalize your brownies. So that next time you're in the kitchen, you're not like some people and you don't make everything out of a book bad. And in case you thought you were actually going to get brownies from me doing this video, you kind of aren't. Because I was an overachiever and did this video a week before I had to give the speech, so the brownies would have been disgusting and stale, and they're kind of half gone already. So, sorry. They were delicious. I promise you.